Hey friends, happy Saturday. I'm making a beaded spine art journal today. It's been a long time since I had an art journal that I could paint and play in, and I thought I would make myself one. I have so much paint that people have sent me, and I'm not a great painter, but I sure do enjoy it. And I thought I would make myself a nice little new journal for some playing with paint journal. This journal is a beaded spine art journal. It's based on an idea from Jennibellie, and Jenny does her beaded spine journals with greeting cards. She de-greets the cards and uses the cards to make the journal. I used a cereal box. If you guys are interested in a full tutorial about how I made this little book, then please let me know. I don't want to repeat information that someone else has already given out. I did put a link to Jennibellie's recycle old greeting cards into an art journal tutorial in the description box below. So just check that out. This is, I think this is a pretty hefty journal. It's quite heavy. I also know it's kind of the time of year that we start finding these wall calendars in, I don't know if you guys shop at thrift marts, but that's pretty much where I do my shopping, thrift marts or thrift stores and things like that. Or a lot of times, in the case of this calendar, it was given to me by my friend Kathy. And this is a big calendar, as was this planner. This planner was a really big planner. So I was able to utilize old calendars and old planners and make something brand new out of them. I'm getting ready to put in my last signature for my beaded spine art journal, and I thought that I would show you how I'm doing that, because this technique can be carried through to any kind of beaded spine, anything that you guys are doing. And if you have a lot of beads lying about, you know that craft projects for beads, other than things like bracelets, are, that's a great way to use up your stash of beads. The first thing that I'm going to do here is I've got my signature all planned out. So I have a mixture of some 12 by 12. This is also a great way if you're doing a big journal like this in a cereal box. In my case, this was a Lucky Charms box, and I used 2 cereal boxes so I could reinforce the front and back of the box. This is a great way to use your 12 by 12 paper. It seems to fit really perfectly in here. If you've got some 12 by 12 that you would like to turn into something else. Now, in this case, I'm just using it as a signature cover because I really do like this 12 by 12 paper. I think my friend Judy gave this to me. I've already got my signatures all put together, so you can kind of see what the signature will look like. My plan is to use this journal, like I said, as a painting journal. The pages are very hefty, and they've got a lot of, they're strong, so they're going to be able to take paint. And since that's my intention for my journal, then that's the kind of paper that I was choosing. First thing I'm going to do is mark up where I need to cut my slots in order to run some embroidery thread through here and then start lacing my my last signature in. So we're measuring the spine here, and all I'm doing is taking a pencil. Like I said, if you guys want a full tutorial about how this little thing came together, please just let me know. I don't want to repeat repeat something that everybody else is doing. All right, we're going to cut a notch in our first pencil mark, and then we're just going to cut out. There you go. So that's what you have. You have a notch, and then we're going to cut. So when you do that, that's what this will look like. You'll have a notch for your thread to go through. Didn't quite get that one cut exactly right. Here we go. All right. Now we're ready to work on the rest of the signature. We're using, I'm going to move the book out of the way for a minute while we're doing our signatures. Take your second page of your signature and using your first mock-up, kind of center it, and then go ahead and make your mark here, make your mark here. Sometimes that's a wee bit hard to see. And then we're going to cut a notch. I love this project because you can use old greeting cards, you can use old scrapbook paper, you can use anything you have to make these pretty little beaded spine books. Okay, now we're ready for this page. It's a great way for me to use some 12 by 12 drawing paper that I had in my stash. There was just a little, I don't work that big. So it's a great way to use that up as well. I think these books would be super pretty for gifts. I've given several away as birthday gifts or graduation gifts or something like that. And the beaded spine just looks so pretty on them. Another way to just kind of use what you have if you got addicted to making paper beads like I did last year, and you've got this giant stash of paper beads, then a great way to use up a bunch of that. And we're just kind of centering this on here. Another reason that I love this is because it does not have to be perfect. Not a fan of perfection. I think we roll with the flow. All right, cut this notch. And I think we've got just a couple more over here. But you get the idea, right? I mean, you're just kind of, there's a greeting card in this one. Great way to use those big greeting cards. You know, sometimes those greeting cards are just gigantic. I do have 2 pieces of paper nestled in this little planner element here. So all I need to do is cut those. I do have to cut those together. So I'll be sure that I've got my paper in there tightly. And we'll just cut. I made one of these for Christmas that consisted only of Christmas cards that had angels on them. It really turned out so pretty. Okay. All right, now we've got our greeting card that we need to cut out. Great way to use big greeting cards. Pull these out. And there we go. There's that one there. And we are done. And we have to nestle all of these things back. Where they nest together, and then we'll be ready to bind our signature in. And I think I have this here, like this, and then this one, like this, and this one, and then this one. All right, now we kind of need to make sure that we're all lined up here. And we're just looking for that notch at the top. So when we kind of see a bit of daylight here, we know that we've got our notches lined up. Okay. And there they go. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is take some thread. Now I'm using embroidery floss. You can use you can use whatever you want. You can use yarn. Just be sure that your beads are going to fit through here okay. And I went through some beads and just made sure that I was able to use them. Okay, we've got everything in here. Oh shoot, forgot this one. Forgot my cover. I was thinking that didn't look quite right. Okay. All right, there we go. Now we've got everything all nestled in there right. All right, this is going to be our first signature. So I'm going to turn my book this way. It's just easier to work that way. And then put in this signature and pull it tight to the spine right here. I'm going to stand up for a minute so you can see. This is what the spine of the book looks like. So your string fits around the spine like this. All right, now let's put some beads on here. Like I said, I've already kind of gotten out some beads that I know will work. Still thinking about folks in Houston and folks in, especially in Key West and Barbuda and the Virgin Islands, sending out lots of love and good energy to those folks. My goodness, incredible devastation there. I have a lot of clients in Key West, and just been very scary to watch people. I have a client who's on tour right now, and she was gone when all of this hit, and you know, unable to prep her house and that sort of thing. So she's a very encouraging girl, though. It's been very nice to watch her, you know, to watch her post. Hey everybody, I lost you for a minute. My tablet stopped recording. I was telling you about my friend Adrienne that lives in Marathon Key, Florida, and that she is on tour, and she did not have the ability to prep her house or anything when the storm was coming, but she thinks that there was maybe 5 feet of water in her house. So it's like I said, it's been very encouraging to read her posts, because she's a very encouraging person anyway, and she just is you know, she just believes that things happen the way they happen, and she is cool with it, and she's continuing her tour, and of course, and because she's uncertain of the, you know, the job opportunities that will be available to her when she makes it back to the Keys. But I was glad to see that most of the folks that I know made it through the storm just fine. Okay, what I've done here is while we were away, I went ahead. I did not know that my tablet had cut off, so I've already strung my beads here on the spine. So next thing I want to do, I don't know why I was trying to thread my needle again, but anyway, is tie our beads on. Now this is tricky. You have to pull it tight. Jennibellie can do this a whole lot better than me. You have to pull it tight, and then you're going to have to pull it even tighter. And then hope your knots all end up in the same spot. And then you're just going to clip your string off. And there we go, guys. That's what the beaded spine journal looks like. And I think it's just really, really pretty. You know, you're more inclined to work in a journal if you just really love the way it looks. And I do want to practice my painting chops and get better painting. I admire my friends Bunny and Joy, who are such really incredible painters, but I think that this book will be super inspiring. I can gesso over these pages and make myself some super lovely surfaces to work on. I can play with some of the different types of gesso that my friend Joy sent me. So I'm feeling good about my little beaded spine art journal. And I hope that, like I said, guys, if you're interested in a how-to tutorial step-by-step on this little journal, please just let me know. Please comment and say, yes, I'd like to see a tutorial, because that really does help me kind of hone the things that I'm presenting to you. I always hope that what I'm doing is interesting to you, and I always hope that what I'm doing encourages you to do your thing. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry about the hiccup, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.